people develop allergies that they did not have before.
My great grandmother, she lived in a kind of like a shack, and her house was just full of roaches.
SupaKnowVa.
You said this was your grandmother's shack?
My great grandmother's
Your great grandmother's shack.
My great grandmother.
Wow.
She lived in Tennessee. So just kind of like a house that was her and her and her husband built, basically.
Did they have like an outhouse?
That's
Originally cool. It did. By the time my memory goes, they actually had a toilet and a shower.
Indoor plumbing.
Did they have how about air conditioning and heating?
No air conditioning. The heating was a wood burning stove.
Oh, a pellet stove or something?
Wow. No, it was actually I don't know if it's pellet, but the big stove. She put coal in it. I think it was a wood burning stove, but she used coal. Yeah, she used to use like chunks of coal and chuck it in there.
My great grandmother had that too. Yeah. She had a modern-ish house, with all the amenities, but the basement still had like a coal burning.
Where the heck do you get coal from?
It's clean coal.
You used to
it's all right.
just ship it. It was just like you had like the milkman come by. You had the coal guy come by.
I never thought about it.
That's where the name came from.
Yeah, she had a pile of coal.
Krampus came by.
Yeah, she had
she thought it was her daily allowance of coal, but it was just she was in the naughty list.
Like around here in Alexandria, some of the townhouses are older, and if you go like by back ways through the alleys, you can see there's like a slot in a lot of these houses, and that was where the guy came. He just dumped the coal in, it goes in the basement, and
yeah, I don't know what size these were, but hers it could be big chunks of coal. It varied in sizes. Excuse me. And she lived on the mountain. There was definitely no basement. It was just it was one level. And there was an outhouse. I do recall actually using it once or twice.
Oh man.
The smell though. But
the porta potty.
Yeah. I don't know. It rang. It rang. It was but yeah, there was indoor plumbing by the time that I recall. Maybe by the time I was even born, when I started being brought around. She had electricity. But yeah, it was an old house. I don't know like where or why they were always. I remember they were always there though.
So the roaches came with the house, or
no? I have no idea. I mean, she lived on that land for years.
Was it like farmland, or was it?
It was farmland. She used to have. Well, I remember she had chickens and pigs. That's all I recall. But according to my mother was raised by her. So I think they had horses, cows. Wow. It was this whole land. I mean, the land's still there, but it's not being utilized. But yeah, it was kind of
still in the family.
It's still in the family. That's like why it's one of the reasons it's not being utilized is because of the quarreling between who actually should get the land.
Yeah,
but
wow.
Between she had 18 kids.
18 kids.
I think it was in the teens. I remember that, but I think and a few of them died along the way. But then there's only a few of them now left alive right now. But it's split among them from her land.
It's a lot of people to split land.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not anymore. Used to be a lot of people, but not anymore.
Well, then their claim would go down to their kids, and it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My mother's she would love to try and get that land. She's so she could do something with it. But
maybe you could start a cockroach farm.
No, thank you. So
I heard cockroach milk is a thing.
It is a thing. Yeah.
You just disgusted me. No,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
No. So I mean, while I've been around them, that doesn't necessarily mean I was okay with them and I'm not disgusted by them. But doesn't hold a candle. I mean that does nothing.
Dog
for
fur
me.
situation.
The fur does not hold a candle to that. So that's why it's like, I mean, yes, I don't like it. And I definitely don't want it all over me. And I will try and keep my stuff kind of huddled. But
you say you would clean up a spot for yourself and stay in that one spot.
Yeah, I would kind of try not to. I'll protect my spot. Like with her sister's dog. Like I would like protect my spot and my area from him getting to it. Like,
so if you had that one spot that you could clean up for yourself, and then the animal that the criminal animal that was shedding everywhere came to that spot, what would you do?
I have nothing against
to
them.
shoo it.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing against them, but I would just keep them down off. I keep them down away from me and like not jumping on the spot that I've claimed for myself at that moment. I would pet them or something like that, but that's like, okay, that's as far as you go. You don't get on me or don't.
And if your esteemed host inquired as to why you were huddled in this one spot the whole time, how would you respond to that?
Well, I'm not like just sitting here and like not moving and like be like just not going anywhere, but
Keith, come join us.
They'll notice that you've been going to the same spot. You're like, oh, this just so happens to sit on that corner of the couch. It's kind of strange.
Like, Keith, come sit over here with us.
Like, yeah, I don't. No, I'm saying I'm good right here. I'm fine.
I'm good.
Yeah,
going without.
I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm too polite for that. Like, like to say something like that just to cause a ruckus.
Okay, so Daniel would frame it as a health issue. You would be passive aggressive and just tunnel yourself in a spot.
Well, he would try to keep it to himself for the most part.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't say anything at all.
No, I would not that. I would probably like I would just keep.
You think of the roaches, and then you.
And if I was staying there, I would keep my belongings in a specific area and like just somewhere where they wouldn't.
Okay, so let me switch it up on you then. What if it was roaches? Then what would you do?
Later.